Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the so-called Silicon Valley and Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. The scene a short time ago, this crowd, they love their 49ers, and they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room. And we're ready for football as the 49ers get set to do battle with the Indianapolis Colts. Taking it about the 1. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. They'll run for the first time with Raheem Mostert. And flags come in as he gets forward for about 3 yards. Now let's check on the call. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. That's to the right side, complete to Kittle. If they didn't have that penalty a moment ago, it'd be a first down. Still a nice 13-yard pickup.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people.
Now Lance unable to escape, and down he goes. But just 2 plays in, and Charles already their first sack defensively.
Yeah, how about that? That didn't take long, did it? And now they look at 3rd down, and that's another time to try and go and get the quarterback too.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Winds up and lets it go for Samuel. And this is dropped. Oh, boy. A chance for a big play early, but he could not secure it.
And that's exactly what defenses talk about. You've got to find ways to get off the field when you can, especially on 3rd down. And 3rd down defense going to be vital in this game. Able to knock that one away and force a 4th down.
And this will be down just inside the 30-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
Play action. It's Kaepernick. That's complete to his running back, Taylor. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got him the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. Bust through the tackle. And he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
At the Niners' 47-yard line.
Now a handoff. Taylor with it. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A gain of 11 that time, and a Colts first down.
That's the type of run that Jonathan Taylor gives you so often, and you just can't take it for granted. He finds a way to get those extra yards. The 3rd running back taken in the 2020 draft, but he had the best numbers by far of any of them. 1,169 yards, 3rd most in the NFL, and by the last quarter of the season, he ranked among the best runners in the league.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
First down, Indianapolis.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. 1st and 10, Taylor now. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 44 yards rushing for him now to this point. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
Working with a 2nd and 4. On the handoff, this is Taylor. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. That play gets him 6 yards and up with a 1st and goal. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5. To throw, Kaepernick. Touchdown! That's caught. Jonathan Taylor hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Colts are going to take a first-quarter lead. Well, you've got to like that start on both sides of the football. You force the 3 and out, and then you score on your first drive.
Well, I know someone who doesn't like that start.
Well, yeah, the other side.
Yeah, they don't like that at all, right? This is not the way it's supposed to be. But what you just described, that's team football, all right? When you get a 3 and out, you're supposed to take advantage of it on the offensive side of the ball. You said, thank you very much for getting us the rock. Let's put it in the end zone, and they did exactly that.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they had lost 2 in a row prior to getting the open week last weekend, so potentially a chance for them to get away for a bit, keel up, and come back strong.
That's what the hope is anyway, because you're going to find out now with your team, are you still focused on being the best you can be for the rest of the season with the things going the way they have earlier this year?
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Faking the give to Mostert. Now Lance. Escaping the pressure right. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. We had a pretty good idea that they were going to pressure this young quarterback, and that's now 2 sacks here in the first quarter.
And, yeah, this is a secret to exactly nobody, because if you're a rookie quarterback, you know you're going to see pressure. Defenses want to see how you're going to handle it, or if it forces you into making bad decisions. That's their goal.
Throwing his Lance on 3rd down. Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 18 yards on his first catch of the game. It's a 1st down. Lance, a handoff here to Mostert. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Next, the receivers helped spread the defense out, and they were able to come through with a slashing run.
But to that point, it's going to be interesting to see the personnel chess match as this one progresses.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Can they continue to create running lanes out of passing sets? And if so, it's going to be a long day for the defense.
From just shy of midfield, Lance. That's swung out to Mostert. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. A gain there of 21 yards. So, Charles, take nothing away from this young man under center, because I know people think he's got a very bright future in this league, but I have to figure the defensive coordinators love the thought of squaring off against a rookie quarterback.
And especially if they have guys they can put together a game plan with that's going to confuse, disguise a lot of coverage, make this kid think a little bit, because in college he's seen a lot of things. Let's not get it wrong here. But at the same time, in the NFL, you can do so much more because of the athletes you have, because of their football IQ. And don't forget, you're going to throw a couple extra rushers at him as well. See if he can handle the pressure when those guys come at him.
A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. Mostert hit, and he drops the ball. And the Colts pick it up. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Obviously, you got to hold on to the football, but I've got to give credit to the defense there. Good job of knocking it free.
Yeah, because a lot of the time we just blame the offensive players for not taking care of it. How about the effort of the defensive players knowing that guys are going to, and if they're good, anticipate the contact coming and try and cover up the football. And they still find ways to knock it free.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Shotgun snap now for Kaepernick. Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in. Well, you know, this club, there were some reports earlier in the week, and most have heard this by now, the so-called unnamed sources that were saying all is not rosy in that locker room. There's whispers that 1 or 2 guys, CD, have kind of had enough of how things are going and have been going. How would you handle that as a coach?
Well, you and I both know all the coaches that we've dealt with and come in contact with. They'd love to get their hands on those unnamed sources, wouldn't they? But they know that that's not possible, so I think they've got to go in there and make sure that this isn't a distraction. They also know that once the grumbling starts, it becomes a slippery slope, and it's hard to stop the fall. But I think you need to sit some guys down and say, hey, look, we're still hoping to be a playoff team this year. We need you guys to be bought in with what we're doing. Come on, let's get on board.
And a fair catch called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
And difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive. Now it's 2nd and 9. Here's Lance. Now Lance unable to escape, and down he goes. DeForest Buckner able to record his 5th sack of the season.
It was a little bit of a surprise when DeForest Buckner was traded from the San Francisco 49ers to the Indianapolis Colts prior to the 2020 season, but it sure paid off for Indy. Named All-Pro for the first time with 9.5 sacks.
He's got a man, complete. Touchdown, 49ers. For as big and strong as some of these guys are, especially when you see them in full pads, it is sometimes hard to appreciate how truly fast they can move. That was incredible. Robbie Gould on for the extra point. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. 7 now as they kick it away. Here's Isaiah Rodgers to return. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25.
The Colts take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Taylor. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Here's 2nd and a yard. To the right side, this is Taylor. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
They'll run on first down. It's Taylor. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Working from the gun, it's Kaepernick. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Well, that one was all about the defender making life difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. He ends up forcing the incompletion.
On 3rd down, here's Taylor. And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
As much as I praise teams for being true to who they are, in this situation, I wonder if maybe they outguessed themselves a little bit. 3rd down seemed like an obvious passing situation. They chose to run it and didn't get anywhere close to the 1st down.
Taking it about the 16. 33 yards is the distance on the punt there. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. A handoff running left is Mostert. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to 3rd down.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there. The Niners on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Well, that's how you convert on 3rd down with an explosive gain of 34. What a luxury to have a tight end that can not only catch it, but then can run after the catch like that.
What was the old expression back in the good old days? And they used to carry pianos on their backs when they were after they caught the football. Someone would stop and bang out a tune along the way as well. But nowadays, these guys are essentially bulked up wide receivers, and they are a full part of the passing game. And we see a lot of big plays, as we just saw there.
It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up second down.
No gain on the play. Brings up second.
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. Looking to throw again on second down. Lance. Now Lance unable to escape, and down he goes. DeForest Buckner in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Now after the sack, Lance and the Niners staring up here at a 3rd and long. On 3rd and long, it's Lance. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. That'll be caught by Ayuk. Touchdown 49ers. Brandon Ayuk, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the 49ers have now taken the lead. And oh, he clanks it off the right upright, and it's no good. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And here's Rodgers to return. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You could never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Flushed out right. And the Niners get there and bring him down. It was Eric Armstead fighting his way through that time to record the sack. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. 2nd and 15. To throw, Kaepernick. Javon Kinlaw. He's the one that drops him this go-around. And that pass rush getting strong here. Back-to-back sacks. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
And indeed, that's what they'll do as they run it here. And not much there as he gets it up to about the 5-yard line. Now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he's able to get it out quickly, and this is not a bad kick here. Nowhere to go that time. It's a 46-yard punt with a loss on the return. And that will come the offense as they take over. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And they've got a little over 40 seconds to work with if they want to try to put something together. This one caught by Kittle. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
Remember on their last drive, they had that pass play for a touchdown, and here they come out firing again. This play's not quite as good in the end result, but still good enough for a quick first down.
Lance now on first down. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. They brought the house that time on the young rookie, maybe a little rattled through the pick.
And you have to be prepared for a lot of pressure as a rookie quarterback because most defensive coordinators are going to test you that way. So when you see that, the ball's got to get out of your hands quickly, and that means your receivers have to understand they have to break up their routes quickly as well.
Kaepernick hit, fumble. He lost the football. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Here's Kaepernick. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Jason Verrett. Escapes the defender. Before we came up to the booth, last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
And do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. He was looking for Mohamed Sanu there, but it's going to be 2nd down.
I think we can all understand what they're thinking right now. They take over the ball in field goal range after the turnover, so they've got that in their hip pocket. But they've got to go for the end zone and turn this into bigger points. Their thinking is a touchdown is really what they should get from starting here. Getting 3 points at the end of this drive, that would feel disappointing. Always disappointing when you miss a field goal, but when you're playing against a defense this good, you and I both know that's a crucial miss because you can't afford to leave any points out there. You've got to take them when you can.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they'll have time for one play. That's it. 3 seconds to go before intermission. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. So we've hit halftime here in Santa Clara with the 49ers out in front. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Colts getting the football first, and they trail here as we are back underway in quarter number 3. Rodgers on the return. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they do trail, but they have a chance to possess the football first to try and do something about it.
And that certainly makes it something of an important drive for him because is it going to win the game?
He's going to lose big-time yardage here, but it may not matter because a flag is down. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
Kaepernick now to throw. He'll check this one down to Taylor. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A gain of 11 that time and a Colts first down.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
They fake the give. Now Kaepernick. That's complete to Jack Doyle, the tight end. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that could really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 38. From the gun, it's Taylor. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Tackle that time by Jarquiski Tartt.
And that run was memorable for only one reason. There's absolutely no place to run with the football. No gaps, no creases, no gain.
Now Kaepernick. They'll roll him out right. He's got Jack Doyle. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 22 yards there, a first down.
I love the drive they're working on here because they know they can take the lead with a touchdown. And so far on this drive, so good. They've moved the ball down the field with very little resistance defensively. But they better be prepared for some adjustments to come their way now.
Into the red zone now. Kaepernick. Got his tight end. That's complete. It's Doyle. And the Colts are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. Now we've got whistles and a flag. Looked like one of the Colts linemen might have jumped. So that'll back him up 5. And they'll try again here, 1st and goal after the false start. To throw is Kaepernick. Dancing to his left. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Colin Kaepernick. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Colts have tied things up. They can take the lead with the extra point.
Well, I'd have to say that for him, that was an all-encompassing drive because it was his arm that got his team down to that point, but his legs that finished the deal. Give him credit for making it happen.
So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And I hate to point to that missed field goal from their last drive, but you look at the scoreboard, they would be in the lead if they had that 3.
Well, no doubt those points or those missed points do loom large, but here they're getting a chance for a makeup, aren't they? Almost like my time in school. I was always begging my teachers for a makeup exam. Here's their opportunity now to put those points on the board.
And every point becoming more vital here in the second half. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. Not much there, only a yard.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Here's 2nd and 9. Now Lance. 5 yards on the pickup, and they're going to face a 3rd down.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
For the Colts, an extra defensive back in there now on 3rd down. Now Lance unable to escape, and down he goes. DeForest Buckner. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. And here's Rodgers on the return. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
He was looking that time to get it to Paris Campbell. That'll bring up 2nd down. From the gun, it's Kaepernick. Throw left side complete. That's Campbell. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Here's Kaepernick to throw. Now this will be swung out wide for Taylor. And he is going to have a Colts 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. And there goes Kaepernick. And he'll work this one out to about the 38. It'll be a pickup of 5 on the keeper. It's 2nd down. A little do-it-yourself run right there and a nice gain.
And I like that he knew that that was about all he was going to get. So he did a nice job of protecting himself, took care of the football, took what the defense gave him. If they continue to allow him to do that, they'll find their way taking what they can all the way to the end zone.
And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Now, they did get a little gain on this play, but all in all, a nice job defensively against the touch pass. They were able to string it out towards the sideline and never let him get the corner and turn it upfield for a bigger chunk of yardage.
To throw, it's Kaepernick. Got an open man, that's Campbell. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That one for Indianapolis, resulting in 15 yards and a fresh set of downs. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 47. Kaepernick going to throw. Throw taken in by Taylor, left side. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Well, we had a number of good games in the afternoon sessions, but this Sunday nighter might top them all. So we come up here on 1st and 10. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
I like a guy who understands the situation. I also like a guy who you look at him and you say, that looks like a guy who knows the coach is going to say, guess what? You drop this one, you'll be carrying around the training facility for an entire week.
Maybe flashback to high school or college, carrying it around campus, right?
The old gauntlet drill, right? Anyone get the ball out while he's sitting and clap?
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by the all-pro corner, Josh Norman. A critical error there in a tight game in the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
On first down, nothing opening up really on the running play. Give him maybe a yard, and it'll be second down.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Eluding the pressure right. And down he'll go at the 25. Give him 9 yards on the scramble there, but it does leave him still a few inches shy with third down looming. They'll try and run here with Mostert. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
I think I saw a lot of shoulders just drop there. And what I mean by that is they finally were able to relax a little bit because that was an important play call. They needed to pick up that first down at this stage of the game.
Yeah, couldn't afford another quick drive and out. Off of play action, here's Lance. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. 7 yards, the pickup there. On second down, Mostert. And he's going to have a Niners first down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Throwing on first down is Lance. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. Well, when you're leading in the fourth quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
And they fake the handoff. Now Lance. And he will find his man, Samuel. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. On the handoff, this is Mostert. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
49, guys. Mike, 49.
Here's a quick throw out wide by Lance, complete. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4. Shotgun now for Lance. Getting this out to the flat, Mostert. And the Niners are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Here's Mostert. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Raheem Mostert, his 4th touchdown on the year. And once again, the 49ers are back out in front. All right, now what can the Niners do as they face a big 2-point conversion here? And he will get into the end zone for the 2 points, and that helps. That gives him a 7-point lead. At after the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away.
Bringing it out of his end zone, Isaiah Rodgers.
The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive.
And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this fourth quarter. Plenty of time on the clock.
And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call.
Left tackle Eric Fisher, the former Kansas City Chief, the guilty party.
Now a give to Taylor. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here.
93 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. 2nd and 5.
Throwing now is Kaepernick. Over the middle, hauled in by Campbell. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. To throw, Kaepernick. Escaping the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And this is caught on the sideline. Are the feet in? They are. What a catch.
Well, he's been doing this for a lot of years with the arm strength still there, and he showed it off on that one.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the fourth quarter. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21-all the score as the kick's away.
Taken at about the 1. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And they had the touchdown during the last drive, and I'm guessing that you like the balance they had on that last drive.
And I loved it. Forget liking it. Absolutely love what they were doing, because to be ahead of the defense that much, where every play call you have, run or pass, is working pretty well for you.
Makes you look like a genius.
It really does. It also lets you know that your preparation was pretty good, and now the defense has to do all the adjusting.
So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They've got a second down now as they search for a score to break this tie. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Give the sack to Kemoko Turay.
I don't know what else can be said about this pass rush. They have been sensational, CD. That is now 6 sacks for them.
And how many times do we talk to offensive coordinators and they say a sack is a result of everyone on offense not doing their job? But let's be honest about this one. This is the offensive line unable to counter the pass rush. They've been teeing off all game long.
Here's Lance to throw it.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here comes the 49ers punter now as he'll come on to kick this one away. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away.
On the return, it's Rodgers.
They'll call this a 41-yard punt, 7 on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They need to get this around the 40 on the other side to get into field goal range. The little clock, a decent amount of time here in a tie game. What do they do?
No panic situation at all. They've got to get a couple of chunk plays, pick up nice bits of yardage.
Target the sidelines?
Target the sidelines because you want to get out of bounds and make sure that clock stops. Because if the clock stays running, that makes things that much tougher for you. It can always bleed out on you.
Pass complete to Taylor.
And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. A gain of 11 that time, and a Colts first down.
And partner, in a tie game in the fourth quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars. And he came through with a nice catch right there.
this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Jason Verrett. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
Well, we say it often, Charles, but not all interceptions are created equally, and that is a big one here in a tie ball game in the fourth quarter.
And, Brandon, when games are this close, it usually comes down to the team making the fewest mistakes, and that was one of our mantras back at Tennessee. Coach Majors used to say all the time, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. You've got to cut those down to give yourself an opportunity.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They need to get this around the 40 to have a chance to win it in regulation. From the 40, it's a 57-yard field goal, so that gives you a gauge.
And all they're trying to do now is pick up yardage in good chunks and get out of bounds to stop the clock. If they end up running a play and get tackled in bounds, they're worried the clock may run out on them and finish the game.
And they'll have to be careful how they handle this.
They run out of the shotgun with Mostert.
Flashed the stick skills, but didn't get a ton from it. Stopped short of the 35. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game.
Faking the give to Mostert. Now Lance.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. Big third down, a field goal from this spot, 57 yards as they hope to move it a little closer.
Throwing now is Lance.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Kenny Moore. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. That's one of those interceptions watching from up here. The quarterback wide receiver just looked a little out of sync.
They did look a little out of sync, and yeah, they're going to examine that when they get to the sidelines, and they'll talk about it throughout next week when they watch the tape. But the guy who's going to be there for him, really in his ear, is his center, because that's a special relationship for a rookie quarterback. Your center handles your line calls. He gets everyone in the proper position to block. He'll be the first guy back to pick you up after you've been knocked down, and that's the guy you watch the extra film with and try and learn the league.
Sliding out of the pocket, looking for Campbell downfield. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They're set for their first drive here in overtime, and this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team, and that first drive can dictate the whole thing because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
It's been loud in here so far. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. First throw of overtime for Kaepernick. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. His first catch, and it's a big one in overtime. It's a first down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. On the handoff, Taylor. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield.
105 yards rushing for him now as he was just trying to will his guys to an overtime victory.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. Going jet sweep. Here's Campbell. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Well, we've seen running backs in today's NFL get involved in the passing game. Maybe it's about time more receivers like that get involved in the running game.
And that is something we are seeing more and more in this league, no question about it. That wasn't the biggest of gains, but it was enough to get them a first down. And it continues to test the defense. They have to think on every play about who might end up with the ball.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
He was looking to get it to Jonathan Taylor there.
But it'll be 2nd down. On play action, it's Kaepernick.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down.
In need of a 3rd and 10 conversion to keep this opening drive of OT alive. Working from the gun, it's Kaepernick. This goes out right to Doyle.
And he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. Kaepernick to throw again. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up 2nd down.
And while he did a good job of sliding around in the pocket, there was nowhere to go with the football, so he had to take off and try and run. He just got back to the line of scrimmage, no gain.
Shotgun snap now for Kaepernick. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Taylor. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. Now Kaepernick. Open man is Taylor. He's got it. And he gets the first down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11. 2 minutes left in this overtime session, and still all tied. Got what they needed there. The drive continues with a 9-yard pickup.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
Now Taylor. And he'll take this one inside the 10 down to the 8. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense. They'll be down to just 1 remaining as we step aside here in overtime. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now Kaepernick. Forced out to his left. And now this one may draw a penalty. He just blindly threw that one to the sideline. And, yep, indeed, the flag is out. So now it's 3rd and long, because remember, they also lose it down on the grounding call. Kaepernick now to throw. That's into the hands of Pascal. He'll get 17 back there, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. Now the defense will burn their third and final timeout. It'll be their second and final timeout, remember, here in overtime. We'll be back.
Blankenship's kick is good.
So they do get the short field goal here to get them the all-important overtime lead. But, Charles, you wonder if they'll wind up ruining the fact that they were able to get down into the red zone, yet not able to find the touchdown that would have won them the game.
Brandon, you're absolutely right. In overtime, when you get the ball first, the hope is your opponents never see the football. But now they're going to get a drive to try and win it, or at least keep the game alive with a field goal. And I'm getting a dictionary out to look up ruin.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. The field goal would push it to sudden death. We just saw the field goal on the other end, but I don't think they are thinking field goal. At least not to start this drive. They're not thinking field goal.
Not at all, because your point is well taken. Yeah, kick the field goal, you push it to sudden death, but you're also kicking off and giving the other team the ball with a chance to kick a field goal and beat you. Get the touchdown, finish the game off. That has to be the mindset.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
49, guys. Mike, 49. Watch QB jump.
From the gun, it's Lance.
And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. He was trying to get it to George Kittle, his tight end. 3rd down here. The 2 straight incompletions, and now you got a situation. You're down 3, so obviously you have 2 more downs to pick up the first. Back to the air on 3rd, I assume.
I would assume, but you also have to think to yourself, they got to pick up a first, right? They know they're down 3. They have to match, otherwise this game is over. Maybe they approach it as 2 downs to pick up the first down. If you decide to run a draw or some type of a screen, something to try and pick up your...
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Kwity Paye
In there to record the 2nd sack of his young NFL career.
Boy, Charles, that time he took a bad situation and made it worse.
Yeah, you're almost putting together a nice little song there, aren't you? Because it's something you'll see from young quarterbacks. They have that tendency to retreat backwards instead of stepping up in the pocket.
He's airing it out for Sanu. And this one is incomplete. The Niners go for it, but it doesn't work out. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you prime the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room.